Hello awesome people of YouTube, welcome back to game number 5 between Poland and France. This is going to be the Nation Wars number 3 and we are currently going to be watching our Protoss player spawning at the bottom hand side of Dusk Towers. This is going to be Lilbow and he is going to be representing both Team Millennium and France in this game. Now his opponent is going to be no other than Nerchio, who is on Team Acer, and he's also representing Poland in this tournament. Now if you haven't seen the previous games, I do recommend going and checking them out. They are going to be in the description below. Of course, every one of those games is very important. We're currently at 2 apiece. And this is 5. Now just to mention, it's the first nation to get to 4 points. At which stage the nation continues on to the next part, and I think the other one either gets knocked out or it gets one more chance in like a loser's bracket kind of thing. Now just a note, in terms of building orders, it does look like a Nexus coming out here before anything for Lilbow, and Nerchio has actually done the same with his hatchery. Now currently, Nerchio has taken out 2 players previously, and I believe that was Marine Lord and Barcode. Barcode, I didn't know who it was, unfortunately, so I couldn't really tell who it was. And it looks like a double expansion coming out for Nerchio. Now that was after the pool, so just to note that. You know, I'm really waiting to see a pro player to expand on Terran or Protoss before building any damaging units. That would be so cool to see, I have to say. But probably not something we're going to ever see, unless something crazy goes on. Maybe some player in a best of 7 is going to be like, yo, I got this. Even if I lose this, I can still easily come back. But that could backfire pretty bad. So looking at this, it does look like Cybernetics Core is actually being thrown down a little bit back here, hidden away. And Lilbow throwing down a second gateway also. By the way, let me know what you think about this UI. I've been using it for about... This is actually the 5th game, but I did cast one beforehand as well. Please let me know what you think about it. I feel that it's a lot neater, it's a lot tidier. Well, that's the same word really. But it's all down here at the bottom rather than being up there. And it also shows you your army and workers, which I think is probably a really good feature. Now this obviously shows 0-0, but that's actually incorrect. Please ignore that. I didn't actually notice that until now. These are definitely incorrect. And I actually, you know what, I'm not even going to edit them, simply to avoid any spoilers, because I generally don't reveal who wins the game and what the scores are until a much later stage in the video. So about 2 minutes or so, I wait, just in case somebody hasn't seen the previous game, so I give them the option of clicking the links below. So no edits on that. Okay, so it looks like this base is going to be almost fully saturated at this point. Going to be throwing down a few pylons. Of course, these are going to be very useful for overcharges, just in case there's any shenanigans going on. Just before it's complete, it does look like I have a Stargate here from Lilbow, so going to potentially see an Oracle coming out of this. Although there is an Overlord coming in here just about on time. And just to mention, there's a bit of damage going down here. Looks like the Adepts cleaning this up here, taking on 5 drones in total. I think that running from these Zerglings is not going to be very useful for him. But he is about to take them all out. Oh, is he going to lose that one Adept? No, he does not. So these 2 Adepts definitely paying for themselves at this point. Now just to mention, there's a Phoenix coming out here, not an Oracle. And it does appear that the Overlord spotted it. So the Phoenix just going to be used to clear off a few Overlords, which I suppose pays for itself. It's both supply blocking Nerchio, and it's also of course doing economic damage. Very slowly taking that Overlord out. And these Zerglings, of course, seeing the timing, they're seeing there's no Nexus here. So it kind of puts Nerchio in a difficult position. Does he expand again, or does he do something, you know, in terms of building units? Because as you can see right now, and I should really swap these at the start of every game, Lilbow is indeed ahead on army supply. That's definitely something you don't want to be against a Zerg player. As a Zerg player, you don't want to be down on supply against Protoss. Now it looks like there is indeed an Oracle on the way here. Now there's already Spore Crawlers prepared. Actually, I thought he made 3, but it looks like he only made 2 of them. So it does look like this one's going to be able to take a few kills with it. There's also the Adepts in the main base, so a lot of units getting destroyed here already. 4 drones so far. And this Oracle was just waiting for somebody to show up. Currently 13. So many units being destroyed right now. 11 drones in total. This is going to skyrocket Lilbow ahead. Now he's getting his expansion as well, so he's not gone too far ahead. He's actually about evened out the score. So obviously with the production capability of Protoss, it does look like Nerchio has managed to bring up his worker count to match that of Lilbow again. A bit of a counterattack here. I don't think these Zerglings are going to do anything. There is a few sentries here ready to defend. And I think that is pretty much going to put the end to that push. Now at this point, the one thing on Nerchio's mind is going to be get those drones back up, get them working, get the gas geysers up, and build out some tech. Looks like Infestation Pit is on the way. Now just to mention, there was melee level 1 also completed there, and funny enough, oh, that's actually showing that the units are available. That's really strange, to be honest. Now it looks like there is a robotics facility on the way, or bay rather, sorry, robotics bay. This gives them either disruptors or Colossus. Most likely going to be disruptors, since Colossus are pretty much dead right now. You so rarely see them these days that, you know, it's not even worth thinking that that's going to be the case. Would be, of course, pretty nice to see 3 or 4 Colossus in an army, but honestly, I don't see it happening. Now it looks like this Overseer just flying around, seeing what's going on. Gonna potentially try to contaminate one of the tech buildings, like for example, the blink here would be very useful to contaminate. And in case you're wondering what that does, can't check, but it basically disables the building for a short amount of time. Looks like we have a lair on the way. A little bit late. Sorry, that's a hatchery, hive, sorry, my mistake. I forgot he did get that, that infestation pit. So he's obviously thinking of teching. There was also level 2 being put down, so just to note that he's getting level 2 attack for ground units. I have a strange suspicion he might be going for Ultralisks, but at the same time he's not getting armor, and in terms of the ones already completed, he's only got 1 done and no armor at all. So I don't think it's going to be Ultralisks. I have a strange feeling it's going to be Cracklings, which he did indeed actually complete. He did get the... oh, he didn't get the Crackling upgrade. My mistake. I thought he did, but evidently not. So in terms of supply count, it does look like Lilbow is just a little bit ahead. I think it's a full-on engage. Oh, looks like there was a bit of a pause there. That's okay. Okay, so a quite significant army here for Lilbow right now. 97 supply in this army. Now the ideal supply count for an army is between 140 and 150. Depends really on your drone count. Oh, look at that. There actually is indeed Ultralisks coming out. So no armor upgrades at all, but indeed decides to get them. So probably just getting them for damage and not really expecting them to be very tanky. So playing a little bit risky. At the same time, he is doing pretty damn well right now to hold off against this. It's going to be interesting to see how he fights off this army. There's 4 disruptors here in total, so this disruptor army could potentially wipe out about half of Nerchio's army with just the Purification Novas. Actually make that 5, there's a total of 5 of these guys here. So yeah, these units here could actually, if the Purification Novas are perfect, he can actually take out every single one of those with the Purification Novas. They're definitely enough there. Now there is a Ling run by here. I wonder, is he going to turn them or bring them in behind? Oh, this is actually quite a clever tactic here. Bringing on a lot of Archons in here. Not something you see very often. These are hallucinations. But, oh, Purification Nova going down. Manages to snipe out a Corruptor. Or, not a Corruptor, a Infestor. I think that was an Infestor, wasn't it? Gets the hatchery for free. That was his all along. And there we go. A few Fungal Growths going down. And it's full on engaged. There is one Ultralisk inside of this army. Mostly Zerglings. These Archon hallucinations, of course, do no damage. I do think this is going to be very dangerous for Nerchio right now. He has enough units. There's a huge number of Zerglings coming in here as well, and a big surround going down over and over again. Ultras is starting to do a lot of their work as well. They are still tanky even without the armor upgrades. So if you have a look here, they do have 500 health in total, so that does pay off when you are this huge ass monster that also does a bunch of damage. Now, I did think that Lilbow's army was actually a little bit favoring there, but it looks like Zerglings actually did pretty well there. Again, another pause going down. It's pretty strange. So just saying apologies, there was some connection crash, so looks like there's some connection issues going on in this game, so two bit small distractions for the players. Hopefully not going to throw them off their games too much. Now this Nexus is going to be very, very difficult to hold off. Lilbow is actually behind on supply. He has quite a nice healthy resource amount, so I'm not sure why he's not using it up. Has decided to get real Archons in this case, which are actually going to help quite immensely versus Zerglings. Now an Ultra Ling army here, which is going to be quite nice for him. Is he getting... He doesn't actually have crackling updates, so that's definitely something interesting to note. And this Phoenix has been so annoying right now. It's got 4 kills, which is mostly Overlords. And maybe one Overseer as well. So this is not a great position for Nerchio to be in if he's trying to take out these buildings. There is actually a Colossus here. That's something you don't see every day. And starting to take this out. And look at the amount of damage that goes off onto the Stalker. And he's just able to pick off buildings here left and right. But as you can see, these buildings are very tanky. It would take quite a while to actually take them out. There might be a few overcharges going down. Actually overcharges every pylon. I don't think it's going to be enough. They get taken out pretty much instantly. And as you can see there's 19. Actually, my mistake. That's actually Overlord drop here with Zerglings. Manages to take out 20 Zerglings with this. Starts attacking this robotics bay or facility as well. With a few Zerglings. Gonna be able to take out pretty fast. Look at the amount of damage that goes on to that. That is quite insane. Is he going to be able to snipe it? And no, it does just about manage to survive with 25 health. Now these Zerglings will probably want to either surround the Immortal or take out that robotics facility. There it goes. 35 drones have been killed here. So this Zergling drop doing immense amount of damage. Now this is a bit of a scary supply or scary army for Nerchio, but at the same time has so many Ultralisks in there. Has a few Zerglings as well. Is he going to run them by? I honestly don't think so. He might just do another drop into the base and pretty much finish off Lilbow altogether. But this is a very tense moment for both of these players. It could be this match that decides the factor. And there we go. All the Ultralisks going to be surrounding them. Now this is something you never really see. Ultralisks doing a big surround onto your army. Usually it's the Zerglings, but looks like the Archon's definitely making a bit of a difference in disengaged. Look at this Archon, 18 kills in total. This one only takes 1. He's like in the background, always being a little bit scared. But this one right up in their face, 18 kills. That is an absolute murderous Archon. So he's not just saying power overwhelming, he's like rest in pieces. There we go, finally gets that Archon taken out. And there we go, the engage going on here. The Immortals are actually in the front, so this is quite good in terms of surviving against these Ultralisks. A lot of drones going down as well. They were pulled off indeed, as you can see. And Immortals are now getting cleaned up. Only a few units left here for Lilbow. So the supply count's actually being very, very low. Of course, Lilbow is able to reinforce his units almost instantly with the morph or the warpins. At the same time, Nerchio able to morph in a lot of units at the same time because he has 3 hatcheries for that. Now in terms of resources, it does look like Nerchio is almost mined out of all resources here. Doesn't have a base yet, but Lilbow does actually have an extra expansion. Unfortunately, he doesn't actually have enough workers to mine it out. So that was actually quite nice. Even with a supply deficit, Lilbow managed to come out on top on that. So 101 supply to 94. And the actual worker count is very, very similar right now. Have to say that that one Ravager has some balls being here. Another Overlord's drop here with a few lings inside it. Let's see how much damage he manages to pull off with this. Probably going to kill a few. Never mind, he's actually going to clean up very quickly here. So running into this other expansion, this is going to be deadly here. Going to take out a few more workers, and every worker counts at this point. No, don't focus on stalkers, just go for the workers. 12 in total taken out so far, and this Ravager again doing more and more damage. 8 kills on it already. So evidently Nerchio just playing around with this Ravager right now, doing as much as he can. And I think this Ravager is just legendary at this point. There we go, Stalkers doing the exact same thing, just standing on the high ground here. Unfortunately, they don't actually do as much damage. And there we go, manages to load them up. Gonna bring them back into the base here. I think they're gonna continue this harassment over and over. And they're just gonna be pure annoying. Unfortunately for them, the fungal growth going down. This means they're absolutely... Oh! Never mind that. They do get loaded up right after that fungal growth. So that is quite well played here, managing to save them. Let's see how this is going to continue. So both of the players just being a little bit passive in the background. And of course the base has been brought up for Nerchio. So let's look at the supply income right now. Looks like Nerchio is a little bit ahead. So he's about 300 minerals per minute ahead. Gas is very similar. So right now what he wants to do, he wants to get as many units out as possible and absolutely destroy this Protoss as soon as possible. He doesn't want to give them time to rebuild Archons and all this stuff. There's already 4 in the field. The more time he gives this, the more dangerous this army is going to get. And there you go, one more Archon being created here as well. Now, are any of these Archons veterans? Looks like one of them has 5 kills, another one with 1, and the other guys are just new guys. In terms of army supply, 20 supply lead for Lilbow. So quite a good position, but as you can see, there's actually quite a lot of infestors here. Now, infestors, I don't remember how much supply exactly. I think it's about 4. So if you count how many infestors are here, which is actually about 9, that is actually about a third of Nerchio's supply in army. I don't know if making so many is a very wise idea, unless he's planning on kiting them endlessly with fungal growths. Whoops, that's accidental. Yeah, he could also, I suppose, throw down infested marines, which would potentially work. There we go, he actually brings out 2 Vipers here as well, so this is probably going to be used for the yoink. Maybe grab an Immortal or 2. Oh, these Ultras getting a bit mismicroed. Running them into the army, does manage to lose 1. A second one is about to get lost as well, so he really needs to back off right now and just bring up his unit count very significantly. There's about a 20 army deficit for Nerchio. This could be a very tense moment. In terms of actual attacking ability, he doesn't have that many units. It's mostly infestors and vipers that are supplied here. And there we go, a few fungal growths going down. He's going to be throwing these fungal growths everywhere. Oh, I see what he's doing. He's actually using the parasitic... whatever it's called, basically lets him control the units. So as you can see, these Immortals and Archons starting to attack their own units, and wow, Nerchio came out on top quite significantly in that engage. Very, very well played there. And has a nice round of these Protoss units. Is he going to take them all out? It does look like he's cleaning up. 99 to 50 supply. Wow. Nerchio. Something I have not seen in a long time, probably since TBC, or not TBC, what am I saying? This is not World of Warcraft. Probably since about Wings of Liberty times, where you actually used the infestors to mind control battlecruisers and carriers. Here, you don't really seem to see it that much. I don't know why. Maybe it's not really worth it, but Nerchio making very good use of it, and I hope that comes back in the future metas. Okay, so that was game number 5. This currently brings the score to a 3-2 in favor of Poland. So doing very well here. I hope that we're going to have a game 6 and 7. We're going to move on to game number 6 right now. I hope you've enjoyed it. As I said, if you did, please leave it a thumbs up. And I'll pretty much end it here. See you guys in the next video. Good luck. Take care. Bye bye.